All right, my beautiful fiery Aries souls, gather close, come closer. I need you to hear this with more than just your ears. I need you to feel this in the very core of your being, in that untamable flame that makes you who you are. Are you ready to hear something truly extraordinary? Because what I am about to share is not just a message, it is a key. A key to a lock you may not have even realized was holding you back. A key to understanding why your magnificent fire has felt dampened lately. Why your unstoppable momentum has felt like it's been wading through invisible tar. You, the trailblazer, the warrior, the first spark of the zodiac. Have you been feeling strangely exhausted, confused, like someone somewhere is siphoning away your incredible life force, but you just can't put your finger on who or how? You did not find this message by accident, my dear Aries. Your soul, in its infinite wisdom, cried out into the cosmos, and the universe, in its infinite love, has guided you right here, right now, to Astrology Unlocked. This is the answer to that call. Because today we are going to talk about a shadow that has been living in your light. We are going to name an energy that has been blocking your path. And this shadow, my friends, does not come with the obvious appearance of an enemy. Oh no, it comes with a smile. It comes with a familiar face. It comes disguised as love. Now, before we pull back this sacred curtain, I want you to do me a favor. If you feel even a flicker of recognition in your soul as you listen, if a name or a face gently surfaces in your mind, I want you to honor that intuition. And in the comments below, write these words as a prayer from your heart. Dear God, please bless me with the strength to overcome every challenge. Let this be your declaration of faith and trust in the divine plan that's unfolding for you. And if you haven't already become a part of our beautiful cosmic family, please take a moment to press that subscribe button. You won't want to miss the life-altering guidance the universe has prepared just for you. We are on this journey together. Have you ever felt it? That chilling gaze that lingers just a moment too long. A compliment that feels hollow, like a beautifully wrapped box with nothing inside. There is someone very close to you, Aries, who has been watching your success, your effortless passion, your radiant light, not with admiration, but with an emotion so corrosive, so cold, it can only be called envy. This isn't just a fleeting feeling, it's an invisible poison, a web of thorns woven around a heart that has never learned to heal itself. Perhaps she is a woman in your family, someone who shares your blood, but not your fire. Maybe it's someone with whom you've shared meals, memories, and secrets, all while she was secretly hoping for your downfall. Her energy is a subtle drain, a quiet cold that makes you second-guess your own brilliant instincts, making you doubt the very fire that is your birthright. You might have brushed it off, thinking, am I being too sensitive? Am I imagining things? My dear Aries, your warrior's intuition is never wrong. It is your most sacred compass, and it has been screaming at you to listen. This person, she doesn't appear with overt aggression. An Aries like you, ruled by Mars, understands direct conflict. You can meet a challenge head-on, but this is different. This is a subtle, insidious warfare of the soul. She operates in the shadows with perfect pretense. She might adorn herself with flashy jewelry, with hair dyed the black of the void, with long, sharp nails, an outer shell designed to distract from the emptiness within. She craves attention, not from a place of self-love, but as a desperate attempt to fill a spiritual void, a wound so deep it has festered into a weapon. I used to believe that every soul deserved endless compassion, that every wound could be healed with love. And while that is a beautiful ideal, I have learned a harsh but necessary truth through my work with the cosmos. Some souls, when they refuse to heal their own pain, weaponize it. Their wounds become the knives they use to stab those who are thriving. And you, magnificent Aries, are thriving. She looks at you and she doesn't see you. She sees a reflection of everything she feels she lacks. You are the effortless warmth that exposes her internal cold. You are the courageous leap of faith that highlights her fear. You are the success that comes from a pure heart, and it makes her feel like she is sinking in the mire of her own making. And the most heartbreaking part? It's possible you share a lineage, a history, a family tree, but your souls are from entirely different forests. The chill you feel isn't just a disagreement. It's the vast, invisible chasm between a soul that chooses light and one that has become comfortable in the shade. There is a generational pain here, a loneliness passed down like a cursed heirloom. She sees in you the love she was never given, the validation she never received, the inner strength she never cultivated. And instead of looking inward to heal that ancestral wound, she has chosen the easier, darker path, to project that pain onto you. Think about it, beautiful soul. Have you ever noticed someone fall silent, their smile tightening, the moment someone else praises you? Have you sensed a quiet, almost imperceptible flicker of satisfaction in their eyes when you stumble or face a setback? If the answer is yes, then please stop doubting yourself. That is not a coincidence. The universe does not send repeating signals unless it has a message it desperately needs you to receive. And this goes far beyond mere emotion. Oh yes, she has taken action. In the cards the universe has laid out for you today, the moon appeared reversed. This is never an accident. It is a cosmic flare, a screaming siren, signaling deception, hidden agendas, and actions taken under the cloak of darkness. She has turned to the invisible world, not for healing, but for harm. Malicious intentions, whispered ill wishes, spiritual practices twisted and misused, all aimed at one thing: to block your forward momentum. Why? Because your joy is a spotlight on her misery. Your peace is a mirror to her chaos. When a soul does not learn to ignite its own flame, it becomes obsessed with extinguishing the flames of others. So if you have been experiencing a series of inexplicable obstacles, projects that suddenly fall apart, relationships that fracture for no logical reason, a constant feeling of being drained, or strange, unsettling dreams, please know you are not imagining it. Your sensitive spirit is picking up on a psychic attack. You are touching a profound truth that your soul has been trying to bring to your conscious mind for a very, very long time. I know this is heavy. I know your heart might be pounding right now, because the truth, while liberating, often feels like a tremor before it feels like freedom. That trembling you feel is your soul, your fiery Aries spirit, finally ready to break free from these invisible chains. And you must know this: everything she has sent your way is now on its return flight. Karma is not a punishment doled out by a vengeful god, my friends. Karma is a law of energetic physics. It is precision. Every arrow of intent, every thought form of jealousy is now arcing back to the bow from which it was released. But Aries, I have to ask you, and I need you to answer this from that brave heart of yours. You know who this is, don't you? As I speak these words, a name, a face, a presence has been cementing itself in your mind. Every piece of this cosmic puzzle silently spells out her name. If you feel it, if you dare to finally face this truth, I invite you to acknowledge it. You don't have to write her name for the world to see. Simply take a deep breath and whisper it to yourself. Acknowledging a truth is the first sacred step to disarming its power over you. When a shadow is named, the light begins to pour in. You are not alone in this. There are legions of Aries souls walking this path alongside you, each facing their own hidden battles. If you feel comfortable, sharing even a small part of your story in the comments can be a beacon of light for another warrior who feels lost in the dark. You become a testament not to perfection, but to courageous, beautiful humanity. Can I tell you something absolutely incredible? In the tarot spread for you, the Justice card appeared not once, but twice. In all my years of reading the cosmos, this is a rarity of profound significance. It is the universe's way of shouting from the heavens. The truth will not be delayed a second longer. The scales are rebalancing right now as you listen. She, the one who hid her intentions behind a mask of sweetness, will be revealed. Not by your actions, Aries. You do not need to fight this battle. Your only task is to stand in your truth. The mask will crumble under the weight of its own falsehood. All the toxic words, the manipulations, the invisible blocks, they are now reflecting back to her in a karmic mirror. And there is nothing more agonizing than being forced to see one's own true reflection after a lifetime of pretense. You once believed she loved you, and that is a deep and sacred wound. But you are about to transition from being the victim in her secret story to being the empowered witness of cosmic justice in your own. You are stepping into a completely new cycle of your life, a phase where your divine flow is no longer damned by this hidden chaos. Doors are beginning to creak open. Opportunities are starting to shimmer on the horizon. But to walk through these new gateways, my dear Aries, you must be willing to let go. You cannot charge into your glorious future while still carrying the poisoned arrows of someone else's past. You cannot hold the sword of truth in one hand while the other is still clinging to the darkness. Forgiveness, in this context, is not for her. It is not about absolving her actions. Forgiveness is the ultimate act of self-preservation. It is you, the warrior, declaring, "You no longer have any power over my peace." Your peace is not a reward for her good behavior. It is your divine birthright. If you feel tears welling up or a tightness in your warrior's chest, let it come. That is the feeling of a deep, ancient pain finally being touched by the light. A pain you never dared to name. Let it out. Breathe it out. You are no longer required to carry what was never yours to begin with. The card of judgment has appeared, and its message is crystal clear. The era of ambiguity, of confusion, of self-doubt is over. Everything that was hidden is now being brought into the light. And you, my beautiful Aries, will simply stand there. No need to argue, no need to prove your case. You will just be present in the pure, unadulterated light that has been inside you from the very beginning. I want you to hold on to this sacred affirmation. Let it become your mantra. I do not seek revenge. I do not resist. I simply stand in my truth, and the light within me does the rest. The angels have shown me a vision for you. You are surrounded by a circle of protective fire, a circle woven from love, ancestral strength, and your own indomitable will. Inside this sacred circle, nothing can touch you if it does not vibrate at the frequency of your soul. You thought you needed someone to save you? Oh no, my dear. You only need to remember who you are. You are an Aries, the pioneer, the warrior of light, the soul with the power to burn away any illusion. She tried to dim your light, to make you doubt the very essence of your being. But from this moment forward, no more. The universe has swung open a celestial gate, but you cannot charge through it if your hands are still carrying the baggage of the past. Are you ready? Are you ready not just to leave the darkness behind, but to be reborn in the most powerful, radiant version of yourself? I need you to hold this truth in your heart, with the fierce grip of a warrior holding their sacred sword. No one can take what is destined for you. No curse is stronger than the light of your soul, and no darkness is deep enough to touch the destiny the universe carved for you in stars before you were even born. What is meant for you has your name on it, engraved in pure light, and light never, ever forgets its way home. The spirit guides have whispered an image to me, an image for you to live with. I see you walking on a path paved with obsidian and gold, under a sky ablaze with a fiery sunset. On either side of you stand your ancestors, not as ghosts, but as pillars of strength, their presence a silent, powerful shield. The wind carries their whispers, not of advice, but of blessing. They know the step you are about to take is the step of a courageous soul choosing its own sovereignty. Choosing peace has never been the easy path for a warrior, but you, dear Aries, are doing it with grace and power, and all of creation is taking notice. Now, breathe with me. A deep, powerful breath, not just to calm your nerves, but to open the portal for what comes next. A simple, but profoundly sacred ritual of freedom. That woman, she didn't just affect your emotions, she left energetic imprints, invisible traces of her toxic energy within your field. She used silence as a weapon, constructive criticism as a slow-acting poison, and outward kindness as a velvet cage for your fiery spirit. Have you ever doubted yourself after talking to her? Have you ever walked away from an interaction feeling confused and drained? Have you ever blamed yourself, thinking you were the one who was too much or too sensitive? If so, you fell into the oldest trap of the shadows, doubting your own soul. But today, that ends. The light you've been looking for outside of yourself has always been your own inner flame. And now, we are going to perform a healing visualization stronger than any exorcism. Because when your soul remembers its own power, no external force can ever violate it again. Close your eyes, my dear Aries. Imagine you are standing in a vast, open space. There are no walls, no ceiling, only an infinite expanse of warm, golden light. This light is not coming from an external source. It is emanating from you. It is the light of your own soul, your ancient, unquenchable fire. In this sacred space of yours, you notice a small, almost hidden door. It's through this door that the toxic whispers, the draining energy, the seeds of doubt have slipped in, quietly over the years. Now, you walk towards that door. You are not angry, you are not afraid. You are sovereign. You are in control. With the full force of your will, you reach out and you close that door. You feel the satisfying click as it locks, but you don't stop there. You are an Aries. You don't just close doors. You transmute them. With your intention, you command your inner fire to surge forward, and you watch as that door and its frame are consumed by sacred flames, turning to dust and then to pure light. It is gone, not just locked, but erased from your energetic reality. As you do this, you affirm, "I do not fight the darkness, I choose the light. I blame no one, I choose my freedom. I no longer need to prove anything because my truth is my ultimate defense." When that old doorway is gone, your soul begins to rewrite its own destiny from this very moment. But this is just the beginning. Now we must not only protect your energy, but elevate it. Attract what is truly worthy of your magnificent heart, authentic souls, joyful beginnings, and a journey where you never again have to ask for permission to be your brilliant self. Do you feel that? A subtle shift, a settling deep within you, as if a long, chaotic storm has finally passed and your soul can finally sit, exhale, and stop fighting. That, my beautiful friend, is awakening. You are whispering to yourself the words you've never dared to say aloud. I let go. I choose me. The fire within me never fades, and the path I walk is sacred. You were chosen for this lifetime not to carry the world's burdens, but to shine, to heal, and to love without ever letting anyone diminish your flame again. The reason you had to endure so much was to heal an old karmic lineage through the courageous awakening of your own heart. And I promise you, with the certainty of someone who has navigated 1,000 soul storms, what is coming for you is more glorious than you have ever allowed yourself to dream. Please, beautiful Aries, never forget who you are. Don't let another's shadow ever again blur the magnificent reflection in your inner mirror. And if fear ever tries to creep back in, you come back to this place and you listen to these words again. Because your soul deserves to be reminded, forever and always, you have always been pure, you have always been enough, and you no longer have to prove it to anyone. Clarity doesn't change your life. The choices you make after you find clarity, that is what ignites true liberation. And you, my friend, are standing at the precipice of the most powerful choice of your life. Letting go is not indifference. It is the final, most profound act of love you can offer yourself. You close that chapter in silence, with awareness and respect for your own journey. And if you must say one final thing to that old energy, let it be this: I see you. I understand your pain. But from this moment on, I no longer allow your darkness to touch my peace. That, dear Aries, is the highest form of self-love. You are not alone. Those ancestral guardians are standing around you right now, like silent, powerful sentinels. They have witnessed every battle you fought in silence, and now they rise to applaud you, not because you defeated an enemy, but because you refused to betray your own soul. From this moment forward, you will feel lighter. You will sleep deeper. The silence around you will no longer feel heavy, but gentle and comforting. That is the sign of a soul unbound. I see you standing at the center of that circle of fire, and from this sacred space, you begin to attract what is truly worthy of you. You will love again, Aries, not from a place of loneliness, but from a place of wholeness. And that love will never, ever make you lose yourself again. Today is not an ending. It is a sacred beginning. A new gate has opened, and you, with your magnificent fire fully restored, are stepping onto a path meant only for the bravest of souls. Look forward with courage. Everything that came before was to prepare you for this moment. Now that you know who you are, There is no going back. Your soul has awakened, and no one can ever take that away from you. You chose yourself, and that is a magic that can never be undone. If you have made it this far, you are not just a listener. You are a warrior who has just crossed a karmic threshold. If something profound has shifted within you, leave the words, "I choose me," in the comments below, as a sacred vow to your own beautiful soul. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for being here. May you always be at peace, always be surrounded by love, and always walk firmly on your brilliant path of light. We will see you again on the next journey. Hey.